Today, we're going to be looking at an article by Neil Harrington posted one day ago titled Star Wars Fans Who Like Star Wars The Last Jedi Aren't Real Fans? Question mark. Those who enjoyed Star Wars Last Jedi accused of not being real Star Wars fans. It would have been a little bit nicer if you would have put are accused of not being real Star Wars fans, but that's just a minor nitpick. The backlash continues from Star Wars The Last Jedi, with fans of A Galaxy Far, Far Away drifting further and further apart as each day passes, which is true. Look at YouTube. Instead of using these differences to build a solid foundation of fandom, a sect of the fandom is destroying all George Lucas built. Yes, that sect would have to be Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, Jar Jar Abrams, and Rian Johnson. Star Wars is meant to be an avenue of escapism. That's true. Fun, true. Adventure, true. And fantasy, true. Instead, it's turned grown men into whining little babies. So, we cannot criticize it, but you can judge us and call us whining little babies. And it's not just men that feel this way. Jesse Milestone from Mindless Entertainment on YouTube feels this way, and there's like a whole bunch of female Star Wars fans that do not like The Last Jedi. So to say that they're all men is pretty shitty of Neil Harrington. What a fucking name. What a fucking name. More than that, a substantial amount of verbal abuse continues to spew from the mouths or keyboards of fans towards Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy especially. Well, it's well-deserved, let me just say that. This sort of behavior is unacceptable and needs to stop. Enough is enough. So Kathleen Kennedy in particular can say from the very beginning what she can be, you can tell she's completely against men. Particularly white men, which is, I think, absolute bullshit, because if you've looked at her history, she dated some like producer on, I think, a Steven Spielberg film to get where she is, to get higher and higher up in the Hollywood business realm. And I just, that's her own damn fault, and she's gonna blame, you know how people are today. You know how females are today. You know how men are today. We're all out for ourselves, and when we get to where we want, we shit on everyone that helped us get there. So, so this is already, you can tell it's biased. Telling us not to judge a film that we do not like, and then saying it's all men, that's an SJW term, and then calling us whining little babies. So you're fighting bullying with bullying, and you're saying that we can't have an opinion about a film that we did not like, and that's ridiculous. Where is freedom of thought in America today? There is none. Everyone has to be told what to think, and if you go against the masses, against the system of mind control, you're ousted. You're called insane. You're called crazy. You're called a whining little baby. You're called a sexist, homophobe, or whatever you would call someone that believes there's only two genders and not 85 or 100 or however many fucking ones there are today. It's ridiculous. Our friend Alex Damon from Star Wars Explained says it best in a recent tweet on what's acceptable behavior and what's not. Star Wars Explained on Twitter. What I understand not being excited about an upcoming Star Wars project. What I don't understand is being furious about that Star Wars project I know almost nothing about, that no one is going to force me to experience anyway. Okay, it's true. No one is forcing anyone to watch Star Wars, which is why a lot of us have stopped. That's why a lot of us have stopped. I was disappointed by The Force Awakens. I knew I was going to be. I read the leaked script, and I knew it was a rehash of A New Hope, and I knew it was female-centered and male-hating in tone and everything, and I knew I just knew. And that's why my expectations for The Last Jedi were super low. And then I went in there, and I didn't think they could go lower, and that movie made them so much lower. So yeah, no one's forcing us to see this stuff, which is why I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I didn't like The Force Awakens. I didn't like Rogue One. And I didn't like The Last Jedi. I'm done. I'm done supporting Star Wars. I'm done watching them. I'm done watching the films and the TV shows and stuff like that. And you can be furious about this. We are in America. We have freedom of thought, freedom of opinion. Even though other people will make you think otherwise today, the masses will make you think otherwise. The news will make you think you don't have a freedom to thought or freedom of opinion or freedom of speech. But we do. We do. And no one's going to stop us. If you're allowed to say you like The Last Jedi, we are allowed to say that we didn't like it. And we know that Solo's going to be crap. Look at the trailers. The guy cannot act. He was only brought on because he was a friend of Steven Spielberg. That's the only reason. And Disney and Kathleen, not even really Disney, but Kathleen Kennedy and whoever else is in charge of that film, Lord and Miller or whatever, they knew. They knew. They knew we wanted Anthony and Gruber. They knew it, and they weren't going to give it to us. They knew we wanted Luke to be powerful, like he was in the EU, and they were not going to give it to us. And that goes for J.J. Abrams as well. He knew. People blame Rian Johnson for all the crap in The Last Jedi. It was all set up by J.J. Abrams as well. J.J. Abrams is the reason why we will not get Han, Luke, and Leia together. He had this opportunity in The Force Awakens, and he did not take it. Mark Hamill requested it, and he said no. All of Mark Hamill's ideas for the Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams said, thank you for your thoughts, but no. So blame him as well. Not just Kathleen and Ryan. It's J.J. Abrams' fault as well that this mess is what it is. And we're never going to be able to get that opportunity back. Leia's dead, Carrie Fisher's dead, and Harrison Ford is done. Mark Hamill's almost pretty much done too. So, continuing on, honestly, that's been the approach from the angry mob of Star Wars fans who are unhappy with the current direction of the Lucasfilm team. Yet you don't criticize the people that support it. Why? Because they agree with you. They agree with your thoughts. From observing social media, angry YouTube warriors, oh my god, and you're a social justice warrior, you fuck. In the comments sections of a variety of venues, a substantial amount of people are not giving the new content a fighting chance, making up their minds before they even see it. Because we've been disappointed 3 times so far. The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi. When is enough? And you just say, oh, they're going to keep forcing this political correctness and these gender role reversals or whatever. Making all women right and all men wrong. And having all the white girls date black guys, or the black guys date white girls, or Asians. When are you gonna... You are allowed to feel the way you feel. Whether positive or negative. It's just ridiculous. These people are saying that you cannot have a mind of your own. You cannot go against what other people believe. It's ridiculous. And it's pissing me off. So, we don't have to see Solo to know it's going to be shit. We don't have to see Episode 9 to know it's going to be shit. We have things in the past that have already warned us. J.J. Abrams is back for Episode 9. We know it's going to be shit. It took him 1 month to copy and paste the script to Return of the Jedi for Episode 9. That's what he did. I guarantee you. And if he didn't just copy the end of Return of the Jedi, or the script for Return of the Jedi, apparently he's doing the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy, like homages and stuff. We already know it's going to be shit. He's going to rip directly from the prequel movies, and from the OT, and from the sequel trilogy. He's just going to copy and paste. That doesn't make it original. That's not you being talented, JJ. That's you ripping it off. So, if that's your fancy, so be it. Yeah, I'll let it be. But the hatred spread throughout the galaxy should not be tolerated. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. One YouTuber even stated that Kathleen Kennedy earned that hate. She did. She fucking did. Rian Johnson deserved it, and JJ, I hardly even see him getting hatred, but he deserves it as well. Not death threats, no. I mean, we have the right to freedom of speech, so you can say death threats and send them and stuff, but there probably will be legal action eventually. It is against the law to threaten to kill someone. So, if you want to do that, go and do it. I'm not telling you to. I'm not going to stop you, because that'll make me a hypocrite saying, oh, we have freedom of speech, we can say whatever we want or whatever. Do it if you want to, but expect the consequences if they do take action. So yeah, she did deserve the hate. She hates men. She loves women. Um, and she just completely wants to subvert everyone's expectations on purpose. Here's what the fans want. Let's give them the opposite of it. They'll love it no matter what. Let's see. By hate, he means all of the complaints and criticisms spewed by the current direction of the franchise. It's okay to not like it. He just said it up above. It's okay. So be it. And then now he's going back. So he's going back and forth on this article. This guy's bipolar. Really, Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson have both earned all this hate. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Give me a break. No, they have not. Yes, they did. Honestly, this approach is flat out offensive. Well, they're allowed to have this approach, so screw you, Neil. If you don't like all the direction of the franchise, then don't watch it. And don't worry, we won't watch it anymore. Or move on to some other source of entertainment that you enjoy, which we are going to do. Although there's not much on TV, honestly, or at theaters that's really, or even video games, that's even worth it. It's all the same stuff over and over and over and over again. They're like J.J. Abrams now. Or move on to other sources that you enjoy. I don't understand creating YouTube channels, message boards, or websites with the sole purpose of expressing hatred. Because freedom of speech. And, a lot of people, yes, we do. We as humans do it for money. I don't make any money off this YouTube channel because I don't have enough subscribers and all that. I do want to spread knowledge. I do want to share my thoughts on things. Sometimes I do it with the hopes of someday making money. Sometimes I do it just because I want to see what other people think. Like my Christianity videos. I know they won't ever get really a lot of views. And I get, comments on some of them. And I appreciate that. I do those just for, to spread knowledge of lies of the assembly, of Christians, of things like that. So let's go on. Expressing your concerns and criticism is one thing, but creating a community with what I don't like, MO, is a sad and unhealthy for the entire fan base. Not really. If you don't like, if you see Star Wars Episode 8 sucks or Episode 9 sucks, then don't click on it. If you want to call it toxic because you clicked on it and watched the video, that's your fault. That's not our fault. We're allowed to. This is America. What also gets my midichlorians boiling is others I've engaged with, even within our own comment section, who go as far to say that those who enjoyed the latest edition of the Galaxy Far, Far Away, like myself, are not real fans. That's an opinion, but I agree. I don't see how you can watch that film, and I don't understand, and like it. I understand liking parts of it, but liking the film as a whole, the characterization, I don't understand. Unless you're an SJW. Really, since when did you all become the police of who's allowed to be fans and who is not? Okay, yeah. I've had intellectual discussions with those who do not like the current movies, and that's fine. I still consider those people to be real fans, even though we disagree on some items. Believe it or not, I'm still a Star Wars fan for liking Star Wars. Oh my god, I've got to read that one. Wow, okay. I have no qualms with those who dislike Star Wars The Last Jedi, but I don't understand the approach of rallying around to bash those who both created it and enjoy it. J.J. Abrams, Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, and Rian Johnson did not create Star Wars. George Lucas did, thank you, so fuck off. We need to do better as Star Wars fans. Yes, we're all fans even though we disagree, and as humanity in general. Yet you are complete hypocrite. I believe we will make great strides towards this goal if we discuss this issue in a civil manner and listen to one another. No, we all know the issues. You either like it or you don't. That's it. Like, there's no middle ground. Making progress towards a common ground of peace, inclusion, and then you don't even want to include people that don't like it. Let's read the comments. Let's see what people are saying, if anything. Hello there. A Crybaby says, hello there. Got a picture of Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson. If you don't like the direction of the franchise, then don't watch it, or move on to some other source of entertainment that you enjoy. I don't understand creating YouTube channels, message boards, or websites with the sole purpose of expressing hatred. Nice statement, bro. What is the difference about what you are doing and what they are doing? Both want to get their opinions out there and want attention. Yeah, there we go. Even though the opinions are different, there's no difference of your and their work. Also, Kyber Crystal Clear, I want to say that I feel about more hatred is exposed against people who dislike The Last Jedi. That's true. We are crybabies and not real fans by everyone who liked it, including you. Even in your older article, you offended a YouTuber, not in quotes because it's a thing, about his boycott and claim him being a sexist. By the way, if you think women need more attention than men, you are a sexist as well, but only in the other direction. And oh, this guy's pulling them out. It's recently like, I respect the people who disliked it, but what you believe in is wrong and mine is right. There is no wrong or right in this case scenario, but the only thing that's wrong is calling people's opinion wrong. Of course, you cannot transfer it to something like politics, but it counts for arts like movies, painting, games. But in these are facts. You cannot deny like bad effect or bad character writing like Mare Sue's. Also, I decided to boycott Soilo as well as many of my crybaby friends because we dislike the direction where Star Wars is heading to and getting too far off the hero's journey it once was. Also, the character arcs, he spelled arcs wrong, but that's okay, of Luke and Han, which were destroyed, were one reason why we boycott it. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to read that. I hate that saying so much. Not true. What's funny about that quote is that it should be directed at all SJWs that cried about not having enough representation in Star Wars. I mean, that's a very hypocritical statement by him when all SJWs do is cry and moan about things not being made for their taste. That's true. Not true. That's his name is not true. This guy is pathetic, and that has to be his sister in the Avatar. No girl I know would date a feminine-thinking guy like Neil Harrington. And Princess Leia's duct tape says he's in the friend zone. Alex Chaudhry, it seems you want characters to still be the same personality-wise after tragedies, which is bad. That's for another video. Princess Leia's duct tape says, Disney Star Wars now feels like fan film series, something we would see on YouTube with guys running in the woods dressed like Jedi. Sure, the props are good, the costumes are nice, and Steve can do some great effects on his work PC, but at the end of the day, it's still empty of any magic. I don't need some shill telling me I don't understand Star Wars because I think The Last Jedi was horrible. That's true. Howie Sterney, didn't bother to read your crap article, but the title is right. If you like The Last Jedi, you are not a real Star Wars fan. That is not subjective, it is a fact. The original trilogy was made for smart, decent people. The sequels are made for mindless idiots. Disney's apologists with zero capacity for critical thinking, so they aren't part of the first group. Mutually exclusive groups, as they say. You like The Last Jedi equals an idiot equals not a real fan. The original trilogy wasn't... I wouldn't say it was made for smart people, because America, the intelligence in America has gone down. Like, right now, there is so little intelligence, yet there's so much knowledge out there. We have the internet now. We have an endless supply of books now. We have tablets and computers, and we have access to knowledge. But people are still saying, I wonder how I could do this. It's all, and they don't even go on the internet. A lot of people don't go on the internet. Sure, not everything's on the internet's accurate, but it still proves that we are devolving as a species. We are getting less and less intelligent the more knowledge is able to be spread. So I wouldn't say, like, even back then, people really weren't that intelligent, but I hope you understand. And it says, Alex Chaudhry, you sound like an SJW yourself. Mentality like that kills your anti-Disney Wars crusade. Luke says, I would argue that maybe people like the new movies because they were Star Wars fans. If you don't like a certain movie, then you're clearly not a fan of it. And since the new movies are a part of the Star Wars franchise, I could argue that you are not a real fan of Star Wars, and to quote the crap article that you didn't read, since when did you all become the police of who is allowed to be fans and who is not? I agree with part of that, but again, just because Disney bought Star Wars, they did not create it. They did not create it. So I really disagree with that top half of his sentence, or not even a paragraph, but like his first two sentences, or something like, I don't know. I don't know. I walked out of that film feeling numb, and now I just don't even care. I don't care about Star Wars anymore. The future of it, the Disney part of it.